No, it's not the Mandela effect. It's the unfortunate fact of modern collecting. DC Retro Collection Batman Forever Riddler, Batman Today in World of Stuff. For everyone not in the know, in 1994, the new Batman movie entitled Batman Forever was helmed not by Tim Burton due to various reasons, but by Joel Schumacher, who took it in a radically different direction based on a particular era of the Batman comics. People were okay with it for Batman Forever, not so much Batman and Robin, but we'll get to that later. For those not in the know, in 1994, Joel Schumacher, so you might be thinking, ooh, a 30th anniversary retro collection line? Mattel? No. Oh, they're originated by Kenner. They're now done by Hasbro, right? No. Spin Master apparently got the rights to do the Batman Forever figures. And as we're about to see, oh, that was not a good thing. Now, as you can tell, this is a Target exclusive line, which is probably why it only contains 4 figures. Riddler, Batman, Robin, and Two-Face. Now, credit where it's due, they did a very impressive job, at least mimicking as much of the packaging as they could, given the modern sensibilities as such. But, something seemed a little off here. Seemed like something's missing. We'll get to that. Still not seeing it? Well, this isn't a problem for the Batman because this particular Batman was part of the Batmobile, which is something sold separately. So the fact that he has no accessories here was not a big surprise because he was effectively the accessory for a vehicle. Riddler, on the other hand, is another story. Riddler had this contraption called the Brain Drain Helmet. You went over him, you flicked a lever, and a little circular item went over a character's head, simulating something that spoils the plot of a 30-year-old film. Now, some of you might be saying, well, times have changed, accessory count, parts count, yada yada yada, big business, big money. Okay, fine. Then explain Spin Master's 4-inch line, which not only has better articulation, but 2 accessories. Yes, the figures are smaller, but you're telling me that for the increased price, for something that is, I'm assuming, supposed to be collector-oriented, they wouldn't have put the weapons in? Were the molds really that degraded, or did they just not want to include them? That's a question I'm about to answer myself in just a moment. Now we're about to get to the most egregious part of this, because I actually went to eBay and bought this. Kenner Batman Forever Two-Face. You'll notice something. It not only includes his wacky weapon, it also includes his signature coin. And something else. Molded in his hand is a gun. This gun was molded out of this retro line. So, I have no idea what the execs were thinking when they did that. Because they know that guns existed in the movies. We've seen them use them before. So there's really no excuse for not including it. In fact, going back to this a minute, they've actually had to change the art to not include the weapons. Tommy Lee Jones is completely different in here and only has his 2 fists out, when he should have this wacky thing. In fact, yeah, here's the Brain Drain Helmet himself. So, if this is supposed to be a cost-cutting measure for a collector's line, it makes no sense. Very little about this makes any sense. Which is why I'm telling all of you. And by the way, this may cost more, but only before shipping, is worth more money to get the full experience than this. Now, to wrap this up, I can simply say this. The DC Retro Collection Batman Forever line is not worth your time. It is not worth your money. It is a baffling collection of executive decisions that are going to get nowhere. It's certainly not a correct toy line because you can get that from the 3-inch line. And it's not the retro figures proper because you can find those on eBay. And they aren't that much more than these. And they are complete. So, unless you really need a replacement figure for your accessories in what has got to be the most bizarre chain of events I could imagine, then wait till these go on clearance. In fact, you can probably just not skip it altogether, since you could probably just get another one of these inexpensively. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been the Spin Master Target exclusive DC Retro Collection Batman Forever, Riddler, and Batman. I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.